hello.
No, yes, hello, good afternoon.
And happy Valentine's Day.
Is it really Valentine's Day?
You know what? It feels like Valentine's Day, doesn't it?
I know.
Around here.
It's weird.
Oh, Teddy Bear says, I love you.
Oh, look at that.
So.
But what we're really in love with, April, tell us.
We are in love with saving. Saving money.
Savings.
Savings.
Yay. Yeah.
So,
I mean, savings, it's very important, and a lot of people don't do it.
Yes, that's true. What is the statistic?
Last I heard, for average American spends $1.22 for every dollar it makes.
How can they do that?
Oh, they're spending on credit cards, they're borrowing money, they're just making way too much money, and that's not good. You know, and that's why savings, it's time for all of us to fall in love with savings again.
This Valentine's Day, declare your love for savings.
Absolutely.
Now, why don't we introduce ourselves? There might be people here that haven't seen us before,
What?
might not know who we are.
No way.
I know, hard to believe.
No way. I hate these people. You should know us by now. All right, I'm Alex Board.
And I'm April Lewis Parks.
And we're with?
Consolidated Credit Counseling Services. I'm the Director of Education, and Alex is in charge of Community Outreach and Relations.
Yeah, and we're here because we like to provide information about good topics.
Yeah, so our mission is to educate. As a nonprofit credit counseling agency, our mission is to educate the masses on personal finance topics. And we welcome questions.
I love that, the masses.
The masses.
All of you out there, you're part of the masses.
Yes. So we come up with educational publications, interactive courses. We do webinars, recorded webinars on demand,
Yes.
in-person seminars, financial coaching. We have a counseling staff that helps thousands of people every day.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
And let me ask you a question, April. Since we're talking about savings, why do you think people are not saving as much as they used to?
You know, I think the economy is a big factor. After the recession, right? A lot of people, I think, were put in a different circumstance. They lost their job. Their income has changed. And then once they did find a new job, maybe they weren't getting paid as much. It's called underemployment. So there's a lot of people that had a certain kind of lifestyle at a certain place, and then they lost their job, and now they have less income. And so they have to kind of refigure out how to deal with their income and their savings.
And that's where I think it's a big issue to most people. It's like something happens in your life, and by working here at Consolidated, we see it every day. Most people that get in trouble is because something happened in their lives. It's a loss of employment, it's a death in the family, sometimes something good. They have kids, and kids cost
kids are expensive.
Exactly. Not that I know, I don't have any kids, or at least nobody sue me for child support.
All right, that's a different show.
But it's very important to understand that that's why you have a savings account, to take you, if something happens in your life, you have that backup. Right. That you can lean yourself back. But also, I feel like even the people that have that backup, once something happens, they don't adjust their life. They continue to live their regular life thinking everything will be back to normal. Right. And really, the reason you have that savings is so you have a time to make adjustments. So it's very important that you keep that in mind when.
Yeah, and I think people, as Americans, that we're very just optimistic generally, and we kind of always have an outlook like it will be okay. Like, I know I suffered this one hardship, or, but I have confidence in my earning potential and that everything will be all right. And I think that kind of can get people into trouble also, because it's better to err on the side of caution when it comes to money and keep that savings and make sure that you have, the wisdom conventionally is 3 to 6 months.
Yes.
And I know that's hard for a lot of people to get to, but when you're living paycheck to paycheck and have no savings, anything can put you in a spiral. Car, accidents, medical issue.
And keep in mind, and that goes back to budgeting, which we'll always talk about budgeting because it's just the cornerstone of all financial planning, really. It's not because you see all the ads on TV that's always giving you that incentive to spend money, that you should really always spend money. You should always look at your budget and see where it fits and always try to save some money. It's very important.
Right. I mean, we like to say 20%. And actually, we had some questions that were left. And I think one question
We had
actually
questions?
we did. We had questions.
Wow,
So
I'm so proud of our Facebook friends that they actually submitted questions prior to
I know,
this.
right?
I like that. Thank you guys.
yeah, thank you. So Kim, she says that people often ask her how much savings should she put away per paycheck, and I mean, really, ideally, 20% would be great.
That would be great.
Some people can only do 10%,
Yes.
and we understand that.
Yeah, and honestly, you should strive for 20%.
Mm-hmm.
You can only do 10%, 5%, $25, whatever you can put away, put away. Money.
But start today.
Yeah, start today.
That's
Money
the most
adds
important
up very fast. Actually, I had, where was it? I was just looking at this here, and basically it was something to the effect, if you save $5 every other day, you have $1,000 at the end of the year.
Yeah, isn't that great? I mean, who couldn't use an extra $1,000?
And think about it, $5, how much, like, think of all the things that you spend on a daily basis.
Are you going to mention Starbucks again?
Yes.
It's always the example, isn't it?
Well, because that's how I spend my money. They love me over there. Okay, big shout out to Starbucks. All right, guys, Plantation Store. Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. He'll want something for you later.
We'll be there later. But yeah, it's like it's Starbucks. It's going to the vending machine. It's going to McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's for lunch.
Right, or even just like the convenience store. You go fill up your tank. Oh, you run in to get, I don't know, gum, mints, a soda, bag of potato chips, lottery tickets. If you have $5 to spend every week on lottery tickets, you have $5 to put away in the savings account.
What? It's $10 a week.
Oh, I
Because
said
you have twice a week you have lottery drawings.
I don't play the lottery, obviously.
And if you play the Powerball and Mega Million,
yes, how much?
That's you gotta put at least $5, $6 in each.
Okay, so if you can spend that
save money.
you can save that.
That's your $5 a day. Most likely, you're gonna win more by saving those $5 than by playing. But I'll still try to play.
Okay, if you must.
Yes.
If you must.
$2.
All right, we have another question.
All right, let's do it.
This is from Miranda. She says, what's the point of saving money if the interest rate in my bank is less than 1%? With inflation, does that mean I'm actually losing money? So what do you say to that? I say to that, then you shouldn't be banking somewhere that has less than a 1% savings rate.
Well, the problem is, yes, interest rates right now are very low.
Very low.
So yeah, if you're going to put your money on a regular savings account, yeah, that's what you're going to get. I believe it's actually less than 0.5%.
Yeah.
It's like 0.48 a year that most savings accounts are giving you. What you need to do is really, the money that you have in a savings account is just for like the emergency, like money that you can access fast, okay? If you have, once you get to a certain point where you have enough money in your savings account, then you take the money and you put like on a money market or a CD or something. Exactly, right. Something that will give you a better return.
And you work with a lot of credit unions,
right? Yeah.
And I believe credit unions have a better interest rate on some of their savings products, right?
Yeah, usually they're better than the banks, mostly because they're nonprofit. And what they do is they'll, instead of making a profit, they will return the money to their members.
See, that sounds good,
so,
right?
Yeah, so
it sounds like credit unions love savings.
Credit unions do love savings. Everybody should love savings.
Right. All right.
Do you have more questions?
I do.
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Anybody submitting questions?
Any new questions?
No new questions. Nobody cares. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anybody watching? Hello?
I thought I saw another one come in, but that's all right.
All right,
okay, so this one is a little tricky. This woman asks, when saving for retirement, should my husband and I have separate IRAs or just have one?
That is a good question.
It is a good question. And really,
I like that.
It comes down to taxes. Really. Because sometimes there are bigger tax breaks if, as a married couple, you put it in one.
Yeah.
But it's really something you need to ask your accountant or tax professional. What's the best thing for you? Because every situation is different. It depends on income. There's also caps of income levels. If you make over, I think we jotted down here, if you make between $98,000 and $118,000, that's a max you can put. There's a max that you can put in. So
I don't have that problem.
So really the answer is not a blanket answer.
Yes, ask your CPA.
Right, ask your CPA.
And honestly, I mean, we joke around, we talk a lot of stuff, but everything, like when it comes to investing, you should look for a financial planner. Okay, when you're looking for tax related questions, you should talk to your CPA, because for as much as you might find a lot of information online, not all the things that you're going to read online may apply to you.
Right.
Okay, everyone is a different case. You know, it's different when you're investing, it's different your taxes, everything is different. Okay, so what we're here to do is just to give you ideas.
Right.
And then you can go out and follow up with the professionals.
Yep.
Because I don't know who I'm talking to right now.
Right, and we don't know your income.
Exactly, but I know you think I'm talking to you, but you don't know that. I might be talking to the guy on the other. All right, I am talking to you. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So that is our final questions. Do we have any other questions in there?
We're checking right now.
Okay, they're checking now. Okay, so now, I wanted to promote or at least draw attention a little bit to. Now, I know this will appear backwards, so you guys won't be able to see it. But at least you can see some of the beautiful artwork our designer did.
Yeah, and you can't see it anyway, because if I can't read it, you definitely can't
read it. So this is our Valentine's infographic. So since it's Valentine's Day, I just thought it was appropriate. You'll find it on our Facebook page as well as our homepage, consolidatedcredit.org. You'll see a little banner for it. And it looks at, do people want extravagant gifts or gifts of experience? That's sort of what we focused on this year.
Always a gift of experience.
Experience, right? Always. Yeah, that's what people prefer.
That's what life is all about.
So what do you think the average price tag for Valentine's Day is? Per person giving one gift to somebody else.
Obviously, from the way I'm dressed, you can see that I'm very sad. I have no Valentines. So all you girls out there, call me up. So if I had somebody to give a Valentine's present to, I would spend $1 million.
$1 million. All right. Well, the average is $135.67. So you would be spending way more than the average. Way more than the average. I didn't even know you had $1 million. Ladies.
What can I say?
Leave a message on the event page.
Because I saved my money for this occasion.
That's very good. Okay. The total spending nationwide in the U.S. is $18.2 billion is spent on Valentine's Day, and that includes everything, not just gifts, but dinners.
And let's be honest, that is good for our economy. That makes the economy. Think about all the people involved that work, that that we need to survive. Like people that make the balloons, that make the teddy bears,
florists,
your servers.
Yep. Hoffman's chocolates. Yes. They do a huge Valentine's Day business, and they're delicious.
If you work on Valentine's Day, we got you.
Okay, let's see. 40% of people say they want gifts of experience. So 40% want to do something rather than just have a teddy bear.
A teddy bear, yeah.
And this one really caught me. This is just kind of crazy to me. 53% of women said they would end a relationship if they don't receive anything.
I believe that.
Yeah. Well, it's
facts
are facts. I don't think these are alternative facts. I think these are the actual stats.
No.
So that's what they say, 53%.
Yes.
Yeah, and I bet
honestly, I do believe those are alternative facts. Because I think 99.9% of the women would break up if they didn't get anything on Valentine's Day. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would say with people dating, that's probably more true, and especially newly dating. But after you're married for like years and years and years, like I mean after a while.
No, but when you're married, your girlfriend will break up with you if you don't give her. Maybe that's why I don't have a Valentine's. Forget about it.
All right.
Scratch that.
I guess we'll move on.
Cut. No, we can't. It's live. Damn.
All right. And traditional gifts still are number one. Jewelry is the most popular gift, and then dinner out, then flowers, then clothes, then candy.
Chocolate, yeah.
Oh, of course. And then gift cards.
Gift cards. You see, that's
yeah. Well, and let's do a spa.
For all you guys.
A spa gift card is good.
For all you guys out there, don't buy a gift card.
Spa, massage.
Yeah. Don't buy a gift card.
Okay.
Just
all right.
Buy something good. But since we're talking about this, so tomorrow.
Yes.
Is it tomorrow that we have our webinar?
Yes.
So let's talk about it. So tomorrow, if you go to consolidatedcredit.org, we have a webinar tomorrow that, again, it's all about savings. So we're talking a little bit. Tomorrow, we have a lot more information on the webinar as well.
It's a live webinar. It's between almost an hour long.
Yes.
Almost. It's interactive. It's via, what is the?
It's go to
meetings. Go to webinar.
Yes.
Go to webinar.
But
so you can ask questions.
All you need to do, go to consolidatedcredit.org, click on the webinar, just register through our page, and tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, you can get a lot more information.
Yes,
on savings
and
accounts.
the presenter is Charmaine, who's fantastic. She does a great job.
She really does.
So she'll give a lot more information on investing and nuts and bolts than our fun Valentine's presentation. So I wanted to also mention alternative ways to save.
Oh yeah.
Like fun, different ways that maybe weren't around 10 years ago.
Like what?
Like Acorns.
What are those?
Acorns. It's a great app. Actually, myself and a colleague of mine were talking to one of the women that helps run Acorns, the education, Jennifer, and we just think it's a great product. So you download the app, and whatever your change is left over from the transaction, it puts it in a savings account.
That is awesome.
Yeah, and then it invests it. You kind of dictate where it goes. It has a couple of different things that you choose from, but it's like automatic saving. So you use your debit card when you're shopping. So if you're spending $12.05, that 95 cents will go into an investment account, and you just set it and forget it, and then you have money.
And you know what? There were some of the banks they used to do that. I don't know if they still do, but to me that's a great idea because I pretty much use my credit card for everything.
Yeah.
But every time I use cash and I have change, I always put change on my little,
Yep. I just tallied up my change, like from I had $65 in change.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Now I have it in a bag.
Absolutely. I am sure because I have, a big plastic bottle.
One of those water bottles?
No, it's a Corona bottle.
More fitting.
Yes,
Corona.
it really is. I didn't want to say it, but since you mentioned it, and it's like this tall.
Right.
And I just put all my change in there, and literally the last time I counted, it was probably like 2 or 3 years ago. I emptied it out and took the money to the bank and counted it all.
Yeah.
I had like almost $200.
Wow. So you could have that in an investment account.
Exactly.
And making money off your change.
And now I can only imagine because I've been collecting coins for 3 years, so I can only imagine how much money I have in there.
So maybe you look up Acorns.
I will definitely try that. I like that.
Yeah. And another one that's pretty cool that we found is EvoShare. EvoShare. I think it's EvoShare. And this service, when you spend money with certain vendors, but there's a lot of them. It's like Macy's and eBay, and it's a ton of them. They will take some of the percentage of what you spend and put it into a retirement account for you, or put it toward paying off your student loan debt.
That is awesome.
Isn't that awesome? So again, it's like that little incidental money that you won't really miss, helping to pay down your debts or growing your wealth overall.
And listen, it's something everybody should do. At the end of the day, you need to try to save. You need to do something. It's important. I always like to say, when something goes wrong, like your car breaks or your refrigerator breaks, do you want to put it on a credit card and pay interest on top of that? Or do you want to have the money and just pay and be done with it? And when you have the cash, a lot of times you can get good deals as well.
That's true.
That's what you should always think about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think right now the average interest rate is, I want to say, it's a little above 15%. So when you're thinking about having an emergency and having to put on your credit card, think about a 15% markup.
Yeah.
And then the way that interest rates are calculated.
I was going to say, the average is 15.99. Right. But I will tell you that, most people, they're in the 20s.
Right.
It's just that you have that small select group that have the very low 0%, 5% interest, and then you have all these people with the 20% interest. Right. And at the end.
Right. And do you want to be carrying that debt for that emergency and paying so much more money to do it? So again, I know it can be difficult to start a savings account if you're living paycheck to paycheck, but in the budget really comes in handy there. And that's really, like Alex said, the cornerstone of everybody's financial plan.
Yeah, one thing that I think it's great, when it comes to savings and everything, it's like, I see that the number of people that they're paying their credit card in full every month.
Yes.
Actually went up. Okay.
That's great.
Which to me, it means we have more people that are living within their means instead of just leaving the credit card dictate their lives. So that's a good thing, but we need a whole lot more than that. Because again, if you're one of the people that are living within their means, remember, average American $1.22 for every dollar they make. So if you're not spending $1.22, that means there are people that are spending more than $1.22 for every dollar they make.
Right.
So just just gotta keep on doing it.
You gotta keep on doing it. And then there's this stat, I don't know, let's see, less than half of adult consumers have put aside 3 months for emergency funds. Less than half.
Wow.
Well, only 39% said they figured out what they need to retire. And that's another whole topic now, retirement.
Oh, God.
I know we talked about it a little bit with the IRA account, but it's a really big deal. And there's another stat that between people ages 55 and 64 have a savings, retirement savings, less than 1 time their annual income.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're not going to be able to retire.
Never.
No, they're just going to have to work until they die,
Jeez.
I guess. But so it's about getting emergency savings together, but then you need to have retirement savings, you know?
I guess I'm going to cancel my vacation because I don't think I can afford it anymore. Nah, I'll just go on vacation.
Yeah. I got some. But you're good with your money. You know, when you save money and you follow your budget and you live within your means, you can go on vacation.
Right.
Right?
Always.
Yes.
And that's the idea.
Right, that's the idea.
All right, so if we had to summarize what we want them to know, what would it be?
It would be to save 20% of your monthly income in a liquid savings account that you can draw upon when you have an emergency. Then it would be to, once that fund is up to a certain level, 3 months, let's say, of your living expenses, then all the money on top of that saved to put into a money market account, a CD, or an annuity, so that way you have more interest and that you have a better investment. Start using Acorns or EvoShare or some other kind of automatic savings plan. There's tons of them. Those are just 2 that we personally, that I've looked at that I like, but there's tons of them. Then save for retirement. If your company offers a 401k, 403b, or any kind of retirement vehicle, you have to start putting your money in.
Yeah, I listen.
Again, today. Start.
I could not have said any better.
Oh, thank you, Alex.
That is just perfect. It makes me cry. Almost.
Well, I think our producer, Michelle, said that we have
one question.
Another question.
Oh, bring the question.
And you've kind of answered it already, but just to reiterate, Yvonne asks, how can I save money when most of my income goes towards bills?
Listen, it's a tough one, okay? It's a tough one. But you got to pay your bills. And people ask me that all the time. Should I pay more towards my credit card bills, or should I take some of that money and save?
Right, that's a great question to address.
Honestly, and I would say that that's a personal preference, okay? I know people that believe they need to pay off all their credit card bills, and it's true, you should, okay? But to me, it's also very important for you to have a little savings. Why? Because if you have no savings and you're just paying the credit cards and something happens, what are you going to do?
Put it on the credit card.
And you're right back where you were, okay? Now, if you're paying a little bit less to the credit cards and you're putting a little bit to the savings, now something happened. Now what do? You pay with your savings. Your credit card's still low. You start savings again, okay? So my opinion, what I do is pay it in full every month. But if I had a balance, and sometimes I do because you plan ahead, is I would pay my credit cards obviously on time, always, but I would take some of the extra money and put it towards savings. What do you think?
It's so interesting because it depends. She's also talking about bills, but when you're talking about credit cards, it depends what your interest rates are, right? If you happen to have a credit card that's 20 plus interest rate, you just got to get rid of it. Every month when you look at that statement and you see $50, $60 being charged in interest and just making your debt grow, I mean, I can't condone that or abide by that. I mean, it's got to be paid off. So, I mean, having said that, if you can still do $10 a week in a savings, you do that as well. And really, it's about budgeting, right? Can you say no to the happy hour? Can you say no to the lunch out with friends? Can you say, I'm not going to the movies this month? Because that's the small amount of money that you can put away in savings. And so
you should, even though I'm shaking my head no, you really should.
Yeah, I mean, if you have no savings and you have debt, it's a must. Because eventually, it'll be gone. And then you can have so much fun and do whatever you want.
Exactly. And think about the stuff that, because you say, well, I can't just be home watching TV. Yeah, you could. If it's just for a year,
sure,
it's not going to kill you.
It's not. No, it's not. And so if you do your budget and all of your income is going to pay your bills and you have nothing left over, you have to evaluate what your bills are. Maybe you need a different cell phone plan. Maybe you get rid of cable, dish network, whatever kind of television service you have at home.
And sometimes you need a new job.
Yeah,
You
sometimes you need to make
money.
more money. You know, they call it the gig economy now, right? There's all kind of freelance work you can get. Online, there's Fiverr, I don't know, which is a website where, you know, you can get work, you know, do people's jobs for them for $5. But there's a whole bunch of other, I know $5 isn't much, but there's a whole bunch of different ways people can supplement their income. Walk dogs, babysit, Uber, right?
Uber, Lyft, let's not, you know.
Yeah.
I like Lyft. I like Uber. I like both of them, but, you know.
So it's looking into those little freelance jobs to supplement your income, and then maybe just looking for a better, higher paying job.
Yeah.
You know, and just see what you can get rid of, because you really need to be able to save.
Unless you work for Consolidated, then you stay in your job.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So do we have anything else to add?
I got nothing. I think it was amazing. Do we have any questions? No?
That's it.
We're
That's
good?
it? All right. Well, happy Valentine's Day.
And to the million people watching us, it's always nice to talk to you guys. All right?
Okay.
We good? Have a
Thank you
good
so
one.
much.
Peace.
Great day.